I'm Darren.
I'm Derek.
And this is the BOTB podcast.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first episode of many to come that is going to be YouTube exclusive.
Yep.
For the time being.
Fuck audio. Let's get
I'm not 100% sure what's been going on recently with the audio, but when I share the link to Facebook, for whatever reason, it comes up like locked. I don't know if Facebook thinks I'm spam, and since Facebook is the main way we share the audio, actually everything.
Facebook is stupid.
For now, we're going to be YouTube exclusive on everything. The only exception being We Need to Talk episodes are still going to be on audio, only because that's how I recorded them and how our editor, my sister, is able to transfer that to YouTube. So if you are on our audio, if you're like subscribed to our audio, you'll still see that, so you can still listen to that. But as far as video, like interviews and stuff, YouTube only.
Yep, that's
so make sure you're like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. So
love us.
Love us. All right.
Love us. So
Well,
much.
we're
we
back.
love you long time.
We're back. We're back again with another review.
BOTB review.
That's right. We're back with Battle on the Border review.
2
weekends. It was 2 weekends before this one. There was double shows. Now we have double shows. So in this span of 2 weeks, 4 shows. It's a lot of movement. Congratulations to everybody who pulled it off. Did a great job. Shows them off perfectly. Sorry, I had to make sure my microphone was on. Perfectly.
Good idea.
Because that would be a real pain in the ass if this wasn't recording. But
that would fucking suck.
Great shows again. Thank you to everyone who came out and supported Battle on the Border. Very much appreciated. And I'm very excited for October 7th. You won't be there for October 7th. For the first time. For the first time in a long time, Darren will not be at a show, which means that the sound will be handed to somebody else, but Darren is off to make money somewhere.
Good luck to him.
So I'll be there October 7th, so if you see me, make sure you come up and say hey. But as far as Darren will, for the first time, not be at a show. How does it feel?
Not great.
Doesn't
I really
feel
wish
great.
I could be there.
You know, it is what it is. I don't blame you. You know, it's fine. We get it. You don't love us.
It's a lot more money, and I can't turn that down.
No,
and Denim understands.
Hey,
so.
DJ, you know.
Yep.
Hey, you want to go ahead? Well, you do that at the end with your DJing stuff.
Oh, what the hell?
I don't know. Probably spam.
Advertising a pepper drink.
Yeah, I saw that. Probably a spam text. Sorry, we were looking at text
Well,
messages.
I don't even drink pepper.
So let's get in with the review. I don't even drink pepper. Let's get into the review.
By the way, this is still sealed.
Yeah, we told you guys on the last video, 15 likes, and we have not gotten to 15 likes.
Shit, I can't even fucking... That's how sealed it is. I can't fucking open this.
But we don't want to open it. 15 likes.
Look, the only thing I opened.
Now people think we're faking it.
It's fucking sealed, bitch. It's fucking...
15 likes
at this point.
on this video, which we know we're not going to get. But 15 likes in this video, and we will eat a one-chip challenge for a video. There you go. So, 15 likes. Keep it in mind. Now, let's jump in to the most important part of this podcast, and that is the reviews of the shows. We're going to start off at the Best Damn Wrestling Show at Slabjacks HQ in Middletown, Ohio. Shout out to Slabjacks for having us out there. It was a great time. Look at him. He's already bored. We just started.
Great fucking people. It was a fantastic show. And Slabjacks is a damn good business to go to, so...
Yeah, hoping we're going to be able to go back and do a wrestling show there. They have a lot of wrestling shows there. It was the first time that Battle on the Border had been there, so super exciting.
Second time.
I've been there. I don't know that that's true, but
they went there last year.
I don't know, but the first, I don't know. I don't think that's true. But the first, either way, I don't think so. But the first,
they did.
I don't think so. But the first,
I know,
the most important thing,
where to stop the ring.
The most important thing is they were there this weekend,
and it was the best damn good show ever.
The best damn good show. It was the best damn wrestling show ever. So let's jump into the action here. We're starting off with Matt Taylor versus Dirty Daxie. Two of our favorite wrestlers. It's the first time we've seen Dirty Daxie in a while. He had been missing for a moment. Seemed like it was been a couple of months since we had seen him. And Matt Taylor, of course, is someone...
Is a moment the same as a minute?
You know, we were talking about this the other day. What's the difference between a minute and a moment? And I'm not sure. He was missing for a minute, a moment, whichever one you want, whichever one you prefer. He was missing either way. He
was non-existent for a while.
So Matt Taylor and Dirty Daxie. This is an interesting matchup. These guys have seen each other before in the ring in Battle on the Border in a 5-man match for the zero gravity title. Yeah. Thank God, because I was about to say cruiserweight. I don't know why.
They weren't cruiserweights.
I always forget about. what zero gravity is called. That's my bad. Zero gravity. So it was interesting to see these guys go off. I mean, having not seen Daxie for a while, you kind of forget about the skill that he has. He is a very skilled wrestler, and so is Matt Taylor. So this was a very.
He always does his unique flip.
He does. He's a high flyer, man. And Matt Taylor, of course, is the guiding light.
Always join me.
Right. He tried to get Daxie
against.
to join. It didn't work. But the most important part of this is who is the winner. That's what you guys clicked on this video for. And the winner was, and I don't know, I'm not one to often say that things are an upset, because in wrestling it's a lot like football. Anything can happen. I understand that. But
there's definitely allowed to be upsets.
Right, and Daxie getting the win would be considered an upset, I think, to some people, some fans, and that's what happened. Dirty Daxie got the victory.
That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Wrestling happens like that, man. I mean, here's the thing. People don't mention enough about in wrestling with the crowd advantage. Having a crowd on your side does give you an advantage. And the crowd was very much so on the side of Dirty Daxie. And so he was able to get the victory. The crowd lifted him to victory. He was able to get through Matt Taylor's shenanigans, if you will, with a quick pin roll-up for the victory.
Yep.
So that means, Dirty Daxie, now that he's back, hopefully we get to see him a little bit more often. This propels Dirty Daxie into a very decent spot where, zero gravity title is something that he could possibly look at. We'll get to there's other titles involved. We'll get to that in a minute. Matt Taylor, though, losing, that's a surprise. It's a surprising setback for Matt Taylor. Can you quit yawning?
I can't help it.
Am I boring you that much?
No, I just got a yawn going.
Jeez.
Couldn't help it.
He hasn't been yawning all day, and then all of a sudden we started the podcast.
I tried to hide it that time. It didn't work.
Matt Taylor, though, getting a loss here definitely sets him back a step.
Yep.
But hopefully he'll be able to get back on the winning side of things.
We'll see. I mean, only time will tell us, really.
That's right. So
far, Dirty Daxie's progressed. I mean, Aaron.
That's right.
Done a great job.
Right.
He's continued to do what he does, and honestly, he's pretty good at wowing the crowd. Really.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So, I mean, I'm kind of excited to see what the future holds for him, and Matt Taylor, better push on, man.
That's right.
We ain't giving up on you either.
That's right.
So.
That's right. Our second match here is a singles match that has tag team implications. You know how much we love tag team. Well, you deserve what you deserve what you get, really. This has tag team match implications here. This was a singles match between Pompano Joe, everybody's favorite homie, and Bruce Gray of DD Trash.
Hey, everybody hates him. What do you mean? Everybody's favorite homie.
Well, that's what he calls himself, is everybody's favorite homie.
Everybody hates him.
Well, listen, when you're hated as much as he is, you have to kind of, just assume that. Listen.
Fair enough.
Everybody's
favorite
homie, Pompano Joe. We're really doing a disservice to what he does, but that's. So this is of course, this has been a long-standing rivalry between these two.
I don't get it.
Pompano Joe of Bad Dudes fame and DD Trash's Bruce Gray. These guys have been going back and forth for a while.
And remember, the Bad Dudes hates kids. They really hate kids.
Specifically Jeremiah really hates kids.
Really hates kids.
And we want to emphasize that because every time we're at a show, Rick Toms has to say, Slick Rick, shout out to Slick Rick, every single time, I hate children. That is his words, not ours. And we're just quoting kids. Jeremiah on this one. So that's how the Bad Dudes are.
They hate kids.
Right. And so this is a singles matchup that has those implications with it. And listen, I mean, we're this has been an ongoing rivalry that's hopefully going to be solved soon.
One of these days.
Within the next, and as of this moment in time, it is supposed to be solved the next day at Armageddon. So it was very interesting to see how this match would play out because a day before, that's going to be a lot of momentum building for the show. So this was a big matchup, even though Jeremiah was not there.
Huge.
It's going to be a huge implication for the matchup. So,
ow, my fucking finger really hurts.
Well, I mean, you need to calm down. I don't know what this is.
The
anyway.
drum roll.
Well, don't do it if it's going to hurt you. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
This was a great matchup.
Actually, legitimately hurt. Ow.
Well, this is a great matchup between these two. These guys hate each other. There's no love lost between these two. The match was inside the ring, outside the ring, and it appeared to where we were sitting, it appeared to us that during this matchup, Bruce Gray may have injured himself. which definitely put a hamper on things and was not looking good for him for a while, but eventually he did get the victory. Put a hamper on things. Is that not the right? Is that not the right word?
Damper.
Damper. You're right. Sorry. Put a damper.
Like, wait a minute.
Put a damper on things. You're
Hamper
right.
should you put clothes in?
It's almost laundry day.
Sorry, you threw me off. You threw me off. I didn't want to do that, but you threw me off.
Thank you. No,
hamper.
No, you're right.
I don't damper.
I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound any more stupid than I sound normally.
That legit threw me off for a minute. Like, what the fuck's a hamper?
It put
damper.
It put a damper on things in this matchup, and it definitely made it like from where we were sitting. It was like, It seems like. And listen, I mean, we're unbiased on this podcast. Everybody knows
100%.
we don't have favorites.
We agree, favorites 100%.
No, we don't have favorites, and we don't call anybody out for their cheating or nothing.
I do.
No, we're unbiased.
I'm
But,
biased.
I'm
biased.
We were a little worried that at this point maybe the momentum would shift to bad dudes. Because listen, I mean, DD Trash, hey, listen, DD Trash, just between you and me, okay, DD Trash, they play by the rules. You know who doesn't play by the rules? The bad dudes. So it's like,
100%.
So, but we don't have any favorites or nothing.
Yeah.
However,
Bruce
Gray was able to get the victory due to count out. I mean, that's, not a preferable way to win, I'm sure, for DD Trash or Bruce Gray.
It's still a W.
But it's a win that did happen, and that's all that matters. And going into their tag team match on the next day, that's a lot of momentum building. So tag team division in Battle on the Border is extremely...
the momentum, and then
that's right.
Gets blown up at the proportion.
It's extremely important. Momentum is extremely important.
Fingertips.
So
yes, very important.
So it's very important, and so it was a huge victory. Huge victory, no doubt about it.
You took a lot of notes.
No, this is a lot of this is just.
Never mind. Yeah, that's stupid.
So moving on to the next matchup here, a lot of momentum for DD Trash. We'll see what happens. You do not need to do the drum roll for every single match.
Fair enough.
Okay. The next match is extremely important. This match is I'm very excited.
Very important.
Matt McClain making his Battle on the Border debut against Ledbetter. Now, these guys have been exchanging for a while some things on social media. Not exactly fans of each other. They've seen each other other places.
Yep.
So this was a big matchup.
And
having never seen Matt McClain, I was extremely excited to see him.
And before this match started, I was really hoping for Ledbetter.
Well, of course, because Ledbetter's made a 360. Ledbetter went from being one of our least favorite wrestlers on the roster just because
to one of our favorites wrestlers.
To one of our
favorites.
To one of our favorites. I mean, he's made a 360. He's seen the error of his ways, and he's attacking these masked men head on. This was the first time in a while that we've seen him without having to deal with the masked men.
Thank God.
So we were extremely excited.
The masked men are fucking annoying.
Very annoying. So we were very excited to see him finally out of that realm. Although we know he's going to deal with them in the future.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're not going to go away.
No, I mean,
it was just cool
they had
to
a
see.
whole match in the next show. They had a whole match.
Well, hold on now.
Announced.
Not yet. See, that's what we were talking about earlier. You need to not. Yeah, don't spoil things.
Well, you'll find out when you hear about the match then. Peanut butter.
At this point, it was a great matchup between these two. Ledbetter did get the victory, hoping that we get to see McClain more Battle on the Border.
It was not easy.
No,
Ledbetter did not get it easy because McClain put it on really hard.
Very talented wrestler. I've seen him on Facebook a lot, so it was extremely. It was a great matchup between these two. McClain was not. The fans did not like him.
No, hell no.
He did not like the fans. To be fair,
he did a damn good job.
And together,
he was there. So
and again, as we've said before, when it comes to the crowd advantage, that is a huge thing. It's a huge thing, and so
I mean, you're going to have the crowd for you. All right, cool. Then it's gonna hype you up.
Right.
You got the crowd against you. You're like, oh, well, all right, well, fuck. All right, well, fuck you guys. Get that.
It could piss you off too, right?
Yeah.
It could give you
and overly piss you off.
Right.
And then you just lost.
Exactly.
Being pissed off too much.
Right. So it was a great matchup between these two. Ledbetter did get the victory, so that was extremely exciting for us. Like I said, again, not biased.
Very biased.
No bias between us.
We hated Ledbetter last year, so that's biasism.
Crazy turnaround from one Armageddon is the show that we're going to be reviewing after this.
From one Armageddon to another.
Yeah, from hating him to being a fan of his. Huge, big turnaround.
Yeah, so Ledbetter.
Now, after the match,
you knew the right way to fucking go.
Yeah, no, he saw the light.
He's smart.
Saw the light. Now, think...
No, you seeing the light, you're referencing fucking
I was going to make
Matthew
a joke.
Taylor.
I was going to make a joke about Matt Taylor there, but
like,
he saw the right way to do things. Listen, Matt Taylor doesn't own the
Taylor doesn't see the light. That motherfucker sees the cheating too.
No, he's a guiding light.
He still cheats the light. Cheats the light.
It's a different light.
He still cheats.
What does that matter? Ledbetter did get the victory here, though, so it was a big matchup. Now, after the match, something went down, because of course it did. We know that we can't have nice things in Battle on the Border because of these masked hooligans.
It can't go smooth.
Running around. The masked hooligans got into the ring, and they were attacking people. They were Ledbetter, excuse me. They were attacking. I read people. They were attacking Ledbetter. Denim did make the save. Had a chair in hand. Slid in the ring. He was standing right next to us. It took him a second to get in there. I'm not 100% sure what was going on there. I think Denim, maybe it was his birthday.
Yeah, he was his 41. So I mean,
his memory's a little hazy.
41 is pretty up there. You know what I mean?
But finally, he had enough. I think he was trying to see if Ledbetter could handle it himself.
That or he's gathering his hip to be able to jump into the ring. So
Ledbetter, though, he slid into the ring, saved him, and a challenge was thrown out. This is what Darren referenced
before
earlier.
that, I got to mention, man, Denim is really showing off on you, buddy. Because I think my 2-year-old son could hit with a chair harder than that.
Now, here's what's important. This was you're referencing a different, but here's another important thing. So the security did try to get in. That's what I think what Denim was waiting for. Denim was waiting to see if security could get in. Security guard Chris Crawford, friend of the program, we're friends with him. He tried to get into the ring and stop the masked men. And unfortunately, he was stopped before then.
Yes.
And that was the reason.
He got dropped on his fucking head.
Right. So once Denim saw that, he took matters into his own hands, slid in the ring. Masked men, of course, ran because they want no piece of Denim. And then that's finally when Ledbetter and Denim said, you know what? We're done with this.
Man,
let's settle this tomorrow at Armageddon. So the 1-year anniversary of when the masked people started coming around. Now, remember, the masked people started as a man. Now it's progressed to people.
Mind you, we've seen two.
Two for sure. So
it's masked people was 2.
Right.
It's more than 1. 2. They are the masked people.
That's right. There are more than one. We've been talking for weeks about how there was our
We
opinion.
think there's still a mask. Like
there could be up to 10 at this point.
We think there's a crap load of people. We don't know. I mean,
this show did confirm.
Yeah, there's two. At least two. There's at least 2.
And that's a big part. I'm glad you mentioned that.
That's huge.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
You know, before we were thinking the masked man.
Right.
And we were never able to figure nothing out. But now there's 2, so you got the masked people.
Right.
And it's making it a little bit more difficult now that they added an extra person, makes it a little bit harder.
Right. We had our inklings because Ledbetter had mentioned that they look different. There was a little bit of a skill difference even because Ledbetter's in the ring with them. He notices things.
Oh yeah,
he's in the ring. So we knew there was a difference. Now it's confirmed though there is at least 2.
Yep.
And Ledbetter and Denim did finally get a match with them. Said, let's do this tomorrow at Armageddon. Let's have a match. Let's settle this in the ring.
And they didn't talk. They just nodded their head.
Yeah, because they ran out of the ring, so they gave the thumbs up, and then they gave the thumbs down. So they said, listen, we're in, and you're done.
They did this. And
yeah, you're done. So
I mean,
Armageddon.
To be determined.
The match that we're going to talk about it here in a while. Very excited for that match when it happens.
Yes. And I kind of freaked out a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I was excited.
Oh yeah,
super excited. I'm like, man, I can't wait till tomorrow.
Because the hope is when the masked men are in the ring with Denim and Sergeant Ledbetter, we're hoping
they fucking yank their goddamn heads off. But they don't.
So we can see what happens because that's the whole goal of them. So hopefully in that match that takes place,
if you think of it, the last time they tried to unmask them,
and they were 2.
They had a mask under their freaking mask.
That's why you said they don't get
they don't get unmasked. It's weird.
It's just they always seem to avoid it for some reason, and it's so weird.
It's like the last show that
they come prepared.
Ledbetter got in there and ripped the mask off, or no, it was Denim that ripped the mask off. And there was another mask. It's like, whoa, this is weird.
Well, you got to imagine, if you're the masked people, you know that's probably going to take place.
Yeah, so you prepare by putting another mask on, yeah.
And,
so, I mean,
as much as we hate them, because our...
And then they never fucking talk.
No,
so weird.
Well, I know one time that they did when Denim Blevins was on a live, he received a message. He received a message from one of the masked people. And so, but it was a voice changer. So you still, so even when they do talk,
you still don't know who to talk.
Still have no clue.
They're cowards.
They're cowards. But you know what?
The masked people are cowards.
And Armageddon's going to get settled, and we'll talk about that match soon. Let me wet my whistle real quick. Talk to the people. Let them know what's going on.
He's wetting his whistle.
All right. So, thank you. So, Next matchup, super excited about this one. Casey Clay of Kickdoor Promotions against the returning Shauna Reed. It's been a while since we have seen Shauna Reed in Battle on the Border.
Huge fan of this match, man. Shauna Reed has turned out every single time she's wrestled Battle on the Border. I get excited when I hear Shauna Reed's on the card.
Of course, and then
because she does such a damn good job at wrestling.
Of course, no, she's a champion over.
Yeah, I'm saying she's such a good fucking wrestler that I actually get really excited when I hear Shauna Reed's going to be on the card.
Well, of course, and she's a champion over in Britain, in the UK.
Yeah.
She's a champion. She's a wrestler everywhere, man. She's very, very entertaining to watch.
I got to tell you, when I first heard that Shauna Reed was going to be on this, I'm like, ooh, yeah.
And the last
because
time,
I get excited when Shauna Reed comes out to wrestle because she's that fucking good.
Last review that we had, it seemed like the women's division was kind of running through Kickdoor Promotions. It was like Super Oprah had to be Storm and then Casey. This time it seems like Shauna is kind of focusing on Kickdoor Promotions.
What it led to is they wrestled them,
and then
they wrestled them, and then out of whoever won out of that
gets to wrestle
Shauna Reed.
Right. Well,
and it.
Huh? No, that's not what happened. The last show, a couple weekends ago, Super Oprah beat both Casey Clay and Storm. Storm first, Casey Clay second.
Yeah.
And this time, Shauna has to face Casey, and then if she survives this match, Storm.
Yes.
So it's like it's running through Kickdoor Promotions, and we have an interview with Russell up.
We've got
I don't know what you're saying.
The one that's eventually going to be the women's championship. It's going to be Shauna Reed.
Well, we have no clue. I mean, we don't know that.
I've got the feeling though.
Well, we might. Well,
I've got a feeling.
She has to survive this match first with Casey Clay. See, that's what you're forgetting.
I'm giving it away again.
I know you.
Never mind.
You need to not. That's why I'm telling you. You need to stop. Casey Clay.
I get so fucking excited. I can't help it.
It's a great show.
I get excited when I hear Casey Clay is wrestling at Battle on the Border because she says that damn good.
Right. So, and we like I said, we've interviewed Russell Actiful Bland recently. So Casey Clay, Shauna Reed, super excited for this matchup. We know that the women's division seems to run through Kickdoor Promotions because they have two very talented wrestlers here. So it was very exciting to see what this match would turn out with, and of course, there's shenanigans going on in this match because Russell Actiful Bland is outside of the ring, and she's, there's hair pulling, there's leg grabbing, there's all this stuff going on.
All this bullshit.
Yeah, of course. Now, with that being said, of course, Shauna Reed's at a disadvantage in this matchup, but she's also more experienced.
Yeah, she's got more experience and
had that 50-50
talent.
So Shauna Reed does get the victory here, as Darren has spoiled once again. We talked before this show.
Yeah, we did.
I gave him a rundown of everything,
Sorry.
not to spoil things, and he's still spoiling things.
I'm going to anyways.
This is the kind of show that we run here. But no, it was a great matchup between these two. Like you said, it's always exciting to see Shauna Reed.
Very exciting to see Shauna Reed.
And very exciting to see Kickdoor Promotions. Listen,
they're kicking the fucking door in.
They've definitely kicked the door in. Like I said, the women's division,
well known.
Right, the women's division essentially seems like it's running through them with Super Oprah.
You got Storm injured Super Oprah.
Right.
That previous show.
Right, I mean, Kickdoor Promotions
they're serious.
Has done its job. And so Shauna Reed and Casey Clay, it was a great matchup between these two, always is. When Shauna Reed or Casey Clay are in the ring, it's always going to be a great match. So Shauna Reed does get the victory. Super excited for her. We'll see what happens the next day. She does face Storm. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
At Armageddon. So that's very exciting.
I'm really, really, really hoping to see Shauna Reed in the Women's Championship one of these days.
Well, she has to get through Storm. Super Oprah was able to do it.
She's got to get through Storm. She's got to get through a lot of fucking people still.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But, I mean,
I know what you mean.
Plain and simple, through the history of Battle on the Border, in the future, I'm really hoping to see Shauna Reed at women's title once.
We'll see. It's going to
that'd be cool.
Going to be very exciting. Very exciting.
Yes. She 100% deserves it.
So our next moment here, actually, minute in the show was Kickdoor Promotions once again making their appearance down at the in the ring. Jaden Jett was not scheduled to wrestle, so Russell and Jaden came out and were talking a little bit of shit, and basically we're saying like, listen, I don't care. There could be 2 or 3 people. It doesn't matter. I could be 5 people in a match. He's talking to shit. He's feeling confident because he didn't think there was anybody ready to wrestle.
No.
But unfortunately for him, Brian Huff came out and said, hey, listen, this seems like a great opportunity for me.
Yep.
I've never beaten you, so I'm ready to do it tonight. Well, once he said that, guess who came out? Fan favorite for us, Avery Hertz.
Yes.
Avery Hertz came out, and Avery Hertz said, hey, you know what? Let's all three go. Because you know how much Avery Hertz wants it. Avery Hertz at the last show,
He is itching for
a couple
that.
weekends before, said, hey, I want you. I'm next.
Yep.
That's what he was saying.
He was shouting it.
Jaden all of a sudden went from 0 people to face to 2 people to face. And we know Jaden Jett, we've given him his props. He is a fighting champion. There's no doubt about it. We have given him his props. And the reason is because he does it. Listen, we don't like the way he does it, but he does defend his title.
Yep.
But now he's got a tough...
And he never backs down.
That's right. He's got a tough competition, though. He's got 2 people to face.
Yep.
And one with like somebody we haven't really seen in Battle on the Border with Brian Huff versus Avery Hertz, who we are fan favorites of. This was a great match.
Fantastic.
It was a lot of fun. It took a lot out of the competitors, and the reason I say that is because Hertz got kicked, or Herden's kicked. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to read my writing, and it's...
I was about to say Herdens.
Hertz kicked Jaden Jett, super kicked him. He landed on Huff, and that's how he got the victory. That's how much took out of these competitors, where Avery Hertz was able to get an offensive move in, but just because it took so much out of him to do that super kick, Jaden Jett landed in the opportune time, at the opportune spot, right in the right spot.
Yep.
And it got him the victory because he landed on Huff, who was down flat on the ring.
Yes.
Great match, a lot of high-flying moments, a great moment. But listen,
fantastic
we said this
match.
before, we'll say it again. We're not giving away everything that happens at these shows.
No.
Because you got to be there.
And we're also not discounting the fact that Avery Hertz needs to win this fucking title.
Well, I mean, listen, he fails once again in another.
Hey,
this is,
but I tell you what, I give him an A for goddamn trying.
well, of course you got to give him an
He's
A
done
for
a fantastic fucking job trying.
You know.
But I really hope to see him as Zero Gravity Division champ one of these days.
Well, I don't think this is going to be the last that we see of Avery Hertz, of course, in the Zero Gravity
of course
Division.
not.
And Brian Huff, hopefully we get to see him more as well.
100%. But I'm really hoping that somebody takes it away from Jaden Jett.
But Jaden Jett...
And I'm really hoping it's Avery Hertz that takes it from him.
Well, you know, and here's
that
the
would
thing.
be awesome.
Jaden Jett at Armageddon is going to have to face Justin Xavier. We know that already. So 2 hometown favorites between these 2.
Yeah, because, I mean, you got to know that they were also a tag team.
They were also a tag team.
So that makes it a little bit
They
different.
know each other's weakness. They know each other's strengths. Very exciting matchup.
It's, definitely a little harder match, but should be pretty good.
But it makes you wonder. It's like, how much did this match take out of Jaden Jett? He wasn't expecting
considering he was
to fight,
wrestling the next day.
and he has to fight the next day. So keep that in mind. But yes, I understand what you're saying. I do agree. I hope Avery Hertz does get the victory at some point, hopefully, over Jaden Jett. Because he deserves a victory over Jaden Jett after all the bull crap that he's pulled.
Especially Jaden Jett runs every time.
With Russ, and he
That's
runs
some
a lot.
bullshit.
Yeah, so hopefully that happens. But Jaden Jett does have to get through Justin Xavier first.
Yes, we got to see that first.
We'll see
that will determine what goes down.
Right.
I mean,
absolutely.
You got those two they're so fucking close.
Next matchup in the card: Ron Mathis versus the debuting Travis Profit. Travis Profit and Ron Mathis. These guys don't. Maybe they've seen each other outside of Battle on the Border. This was the first time that we've seen Travis Profit in Battle on the Border. And of course, Ron Mathis is one half of DD Trash, who I guess looked at Bruce Gray earlier and said, "You know what? You look like you had so much fun out there. You got a victory. I want one."
Yeah.
And this match was booked. This match was honestly Travis Profit. Now, we talk about this a lot. Big size difference between these two. Ron Mathis, Travis Profit.
I gotta say though, Ron Mathis did a really good job.
Oh yeah, and you know what, Travis Profit. You know, listen, when the match was, when we saw the 2 competitors walk down the ring, we were like, you know what, there's a big size difference here.
Yeah.
We know who Ron Mathis is. This will be an easier match for Ron Mathis.
It should be.
Travis Profit gave him a run for his money.
He pushed in for what he wanted. You know, he's going from the heart.
Fantastic match. Went inside the ring, outside the ring. It was fantastic, and you know. Again, DD Trash, we're big fans of tag team wrestling on this show.
Oh, for sure.
And so, yeah, we were a little bit biased here. Never biased. We're never biased on this show.
We're always biased.
We don't know.
Like, we have our favorites.
We don't know Travis Profit. We don't.
We do this as a fan standpoint, though. We don't do it as a.
We're journalists.
Yeah, we do this as who we think would be the best, but who we also watch more. So I mean, that's basically the bias part of it.
Well, yeah, bias just in the sense that we don't know.
We still produce facts. I mean,
we lay down facts.
Yeah, it's truth. Either way.
Unless we get things wrong, which we sometimes
And
get
if
wrong.
we get things wrong, then we're just kidding.
Then no facts.
Yeah, it's no facts in it. We're just kidding.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
No, this was a great
Joke.
matchup, though. This was a sleeper match. Not my. Every match is great. I always say this. Every match is great. But this was a sleeper match because, again, we don't know Travis Profit very
I'm
well.
going to be completely honest with you. I had no idea what to expect in this match.
Right. It's just two different styles.
And I wasn't even thinking, like, man, this match may be going to be, like, super good. You know, I was thinking, like, all right, this is like a filler match.
Right.
Oh,
No
boy,
such thing
was
about
I
it on the board.
fucking wrong.
No such thing about it.
I was so fucking... I legit thought this was just an off-the-wall bullshit match that was just going to be swept under... Boy, was I fucking wrong.
Yeah, no such thing about it on the board.
No. Battle on the Border does not fucking disappoint when it comes to matches.
No, this was a great match. And, you know, Rob...
And this is a little lesson. Never think less of Battle on the Border because it's going to be better. Because
Right.
I went into that match thinking, man, this match is going to be whatever, hogwash, pushed under the fucking table.
Hogwash. Well, I mean,
But,
listen...
man, I fucking wrong.
Yeah, this match was a back and forth battle
Yeah.
between these two, and you know Ron
It was
Mathis
damn good.
was able to get the victory, but Travis Profit did put on a very against
yeah.
someone like Ron Mathis, who outside of Battle on the Border does have singles wrestling experience, hardcore experience. He's somebody who has been around the block in the tri-state area, and probably further than that. But he is a serious competitor, and Travis Profit pushed him to the limits.
Oh, yeah.
But Ron Mathis did get the victory, so that means that DD Trash heads into Armageddon, their matchup, in a cage. Not in a cage, I apologize. But
I'll say not in a cage.
Not in a cage. But they do have a tag team matchup, that grudge match, taking place in Armageddon. So now they're 2-0.
Bad dudes.
That's right. So that's huge for them. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, we'll see what gets down to that nitty-gritty.
Heading into the final two matches of the night, Paxton Calloway, he has moved on in his into the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, which will be finalized at Armageddon.
So this is for that tournament. So
no, this is not for the tournament. This is
this is for to get into the big tournament, to get to the big match.
No, he's already punched his ticket, but this is going to give him a momentum. Well, we have Surge, Paxton Calloway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, there is a multi.
And Congo Kong.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Have already punched their ticket.
My
This
bad.
is just for momentum purposes.
Mm-hmm.
This is for momentum purposes. But Paxton Calloway and Bomani, listen, King Bomani is not. This is not an easy matchup for Paxton Calloway.
No, and Bomani's still a dick to us.
No, what do you mean he's a dick to us? Why do you say that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, why do you say that? Paxton Calloway, Bomani has seen his light just as much as Sergeant Ledbetter has.
Yeah.
So, and that's great to see. You know,
he's still on a bit of the asshole side to some fans.
Well,
Sometimes.
listen, you got to he's been that way for a while.
Yeah, he's got to shape into it. I get it. It's like wearing shapewear for the first time. You got to get the feeling for it before you can actually wear it full on. So I get it.
Okay, I mean, sure, I don't know.
Well, shapewear, it's super tight. So, I mean, you got to, get a feeling for it. And it's the same with being nice to people.
Yeah.
you gotta get a feeling for it before you can actually be nice to somebody. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
King Bomani and Paxton Calloway had a great matchup. These two had a great matchup. Paxton again needing that momentum going into that world title deciding match. Moving on, and remember, Craven's also a part of this matchup. Craven's also a part of this. This is like a semi-final layered match. This is a whole thing.
I don't even think you can compare because Paxton Calloway is huge.
Paxton Calloway's a big dude, and listen,
he's huge.
Bomani's also big.
He's a big dude, but he's not as big as Paxton.
Paxton Calloway.
He really had to work for it.
Oh no, that's of course.
He 100% had to work for it because I mean,
Bomani,
just a simple punch, Paxton's not gonna feel it.
Right.
So, I mean,
Bomani and Paxton had their moments in the ring where Bomani really did realize how strong Paxton Calloway truly was. The match was outside the ring. And listen, we had to park, we parked close because we don't like walking.
Yeah.
We parked close.
Fuck walking.
And we've learned our lesson to parking close.
Never going to
happen again because the action
especially with those dudes, don't do it.
Of course, and it had to be the two biggest dudes possible. They were walking over towards our area, and we were like, wow, this is getting really close. And
Yeah.
then Darren's car right behind us, and Bhavani's head got right into the
right in the trunk.
Dented the trunk up. Now his car's in the shop, getting a new trunk.
I'm driving an ugly Kia Soul right now.
Bomani's head dented. I mean, there's a big Bomani-sized head dent in it.
That's a pretty big head. That's probably bigger than that.
Of course. As soon as I said big heads, I knew that was going.
Sorry,
but it was a great matchup. It went inside outside. Darren's head Darren's bumper got a head dent in it, but that's fine.
They didn't dent it.
But
they did hit hard on it. I'm surprised they didn't dent it.
But it was a great matchup between these two, and it did end with Paxton Calloway getting the victory, which, of course, that means. And listen, Bomani is, of course, friends with Eric Surge now,
of course,
which we'll get into in a while. So there was a handshake after the ring, and I guarantee you that Bomani probably, going into after this matchup, was probably thinking like, hey, I got some good recruiting done here, so I can kind of help Surge in the matches tomorrow. Maybe Paxton draws Surge in that semifinal match. Who knows? So
to keep him away from cars.
And to keep them away from cars. Do not come close to the cars. So it was a big win for Paxton Calloway.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
And my car's a little sturdier than that. There was another function to...
Yeah, it did not actually...
It didn't dent it. I'm surprised, though, because it sounded like it really, really, really hurt. Because we were right there.
I'm sure that we checked right after. I mean...
Yeah, we were right there. It sounded like Bomani went... right onto that.
His head did. It's just surprising that your car did not do that.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't a Bomani-sized dent in the fucking trunk. I'm legit surprised because he hit hard.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I don't know how anybody can get up from that.
Well,
the fact that he was able to function afterward blows my fucking mind. You think he'd be concussed.
Paxton did get the victory, so I mean, it must have done something.
Yeah, it had to have helped a little bit because Paxton's a big fucking dude, and he's strong.
Yeah, and Bomani is too, and that's a crazy
thing.
And Paxton
fucking
is just
nuts.
I know what you
He's
mean.
ridiculous.
I'm sure that him slamming.
The dude's over 7 foot. We look like a midget compared to him.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, he is very intimidating.
We're a fucking midget compared to him.
No, he's very intimidating. There's no doubt.
We're Eric Smalls compared to Paxton Calloway.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
We're fucking short.
Yeah, no.
And I'm 6 foot, you're 6'2".
Yeah.
And we're freaking short compared to Paxton Calloway.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. And Bomani's big.
Bomani's big, but he's not huge.
He's not as big as
Paxton.
Paxton.
Huge.
He's not as big as Paxton, right? And this is a rare time.
And that was also a little bit of a weight difference too, because Paxton's got so much weight compared to Bomani. Bomani's got the weight, he's got the build, he has the capability, but Paxton's just a fucking big dude.
And this is
he's all around just a huge freaking dude.
One of the rare moments where Bomani's not bigger than his opponent.
Yeah, that's odd.
So Bomani had to
happens.
Bomani had to kind of adjust for that, and of course Paxton Calloway does have, the legend Bobby Fulton on his side, so that does help.
Yeah,
also.
That helps a shit ton.
He doesn't do any shenanigans though.
No shenanigans happen.
No, he is just out there for moral support and for advice and coaching.
It's just all around. If I ever had to get in the ring with either Bomani or Paxton,
what Bobby Fulton?
My ass would run away.
I'd run away.
Yeah, even Bobby Fulton. Yeah, I'd be gone.
I'm not.
No, motherfucker, you ain't gonna see me out there.
Right.
So it was honestly probably one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite match of the night.
It was very good
that night. I really enjoyed it.
I'm surprised it's not your favorite match of the night. My favorite match of the night for sure. The main event. Now we are huge fans of Hooks on this podcast. The hardcore champion.
I've got an explanation on this.
Very, very great matchup here.
Yes.
Hooks, hardcore champion, putting it on the line against Aaron Gunn, who we have not seen him battle on the border. No.
But we've heard he was crazy.
He is crazy. We heard the rumors.
Fucking nutcase.
They were floating around before the show. We were waiting. We were super excited. We heard the rumors. Some fans, some even wrestlers who were passing by us who said, "Oh, Aaron Gunn's here. You got to watch it for him." He is crazy.
That is crazy.
We have talked about how many times on this podcast that Hooks is a crazy maniac. We have talked about how he is one of the craziest people on the roster. But he met someone who was equally as crazy in a lot of ways, if not crazier.
Dude wanted to jump off the building the last show he wrestled there.
Yeah, right.
As we were told by outside sources.
Right. He
wanted to jump full on off the building into the ring. So I mean that's pretty psychotic. That's from outside sources.
Yeah, that's right. He threatened to jump off of the top of the. He wanted to, unfortunately, right? Fortunately, really.
Obviously they're going to say yes. That's a death wish.
Okay. This was a great matchup between these two, though. Aaron Gunn, Hooks. This was one of the bloodiest matchups in Battle on the Border history. Denim has constantly said it's a top 3 contender. It was a great matchup. There was staple guns used. There was kendo sticks. Aaron Gunn got hit with this kendo stick 3 times in the back, and he didn't even flinch. No. There was blood. There was light tubes. This was the first time I ever got to see light tubes.
And mind you, light tubes put off a toxic gas when they get blown.
So
you got to keep that in mind.
We ran away.
Like when light tubes go off and they get a cloud of dust, that's like the toxic gas coming out of those big ass light tubes.
Yeah, and trailers were used. Yeah. The match went
oh boy, that really hurt.
I'm sure it did.
God, that really hurt. I had to have hurt really bad.
Chairs being used on the outside. It was an absolutely insane matchup.
It's fucking mayhem.
And the winner, though, overall, due to a suplex through the through the glass tubes, through the light tubes, which could not have felt good for either of them.
No.
But Hooks did suplex Aaron Gunn through them, which means that Hooks retained his title and is still hardcore champion. Unbelievable matchup between these two. One of my favorite. I'm not a huge hardcore guy. I like it. I find it interesting. But it's not my number one thing. But this match was great.
Now let me tell you,
might be my favorite hardcore match. Number 1 or number 2.
Yeah, well, it goes in my top. It goes in my top.
Yeah,
but it does not beat that time when Hooks and King Kong Pete went against each other in Morrow, Ohio. That is the absolute number 1. There was so much freaking blood, and I'm surprised nobody died.
Well, this match,
but it's definitely a 2.
This match had a lot of blood. Like I said, staple guns were being used.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna discount it. It wasn't my favorite match of the night, but it's definitely a second.
Right. No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not arguing with you. That's
but
fair. That's your opinion.
If you're going to go out of all of the hardcore matches we've seen, King Kong Pete and Hooks in Morrow, Ohio was, boy, that's the dream hardcore match you could see.
Well,
it was a full-out freaking bloodbath.
Well, the reason I say that is because it was a bloodbath, but it was a 1-person bloodbath. This one was a 2-person bloodbath. There was both competitors were bleeding.
True.
That's why I thought it was finally impressive to see Hooks, as hardcore as he is, somehow because he doesn't
get another person to get bleeding.
He doesn't necessarily target the head, right? He's always just kind of swinging for, and it works for him. He's winning, right?
Yeah,
he's champion.
Yeah, I mean, he does what he does, you know.
But it was finally nice to see Hooks draw some blood because he gets blood drawn on him all the time. He's bleeding all the time.
Well, I mean, they had a fucking staple contest.
They did.
The beginning of the match was, he's like, all right, fucking staple me.
Yeah.
And then, all right, staple me. It was non-stop. And then they started fucking ripping them out of their fucking heads, which is kind of psychotic.
Sick individuals.
But, I mean...
And like you said, Aaron Gunn obviously has no fear. He
is relentless.
He wanted to jump off the top. His competitor was able to stop him before it happened, didn't let it happen. But I'll tell you what, it was an absolutely insane match. Hopefully we get to see Aaron Gunn more in Battle on the Border.
If it was up to Aaron Gunn, he would have brought out a full-on fucking axe. He don't give a fuck. He would pour out a fucking chainsaw and fucking slice somebody's arm off.
He's psychotic.
He is a fucking nutcase.
The only reason he does it is because he knows he wouldn't get the paycheck if
exactly. If the other person has to claim insurance, and he wouldn't get paid.
Well,
so he doesn't.
I'll tell you this: it was a great matchup between these two. We'll see what's in the future for Hooks.
And I'm not discounting this whatsoever. A little bit of disclaimer, but I just had...
No, you're fine.
The before match I thought was just a little bit better, and then, I've seen...
But this was a close second. That's all you're saying.
Yeah, it was definitely... It was not even close. It was second.
Right.
It was my second favorite match of the night.
Right.
Because I love hardcore.
Well, yeah, it was my favorite match of the night.
And I love Hooks. He's fucking awesome. Aaron Gunn's honestly fucking awesome, too.
You love psychotic people.
Yeah, I mean... Maybe I think that equates me as a psycho.
Yeah, you're psychotic. We've talked about this before, about how you're an absolute psycho.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get into Armageddon we'll talk about a couple things with Armageddon before we even jump into the show, but we're going to take a quick break first, and we'll be back with Armageddon review.
Thank God, because I need a pee.
Yes, so do I.